What's going on, y'all? It's DJ Treacy Trees, and welcome back to The Spark, your fan favorite podcast for the LA Sparks, y'all. I have had a really good time after this All-Star break. Before the All-Star break, I actually got a chance to talk with NECA just to jump y'all in. It's been a minute. Today is actually Saturday, July 22nd. Let me back it up a little bit. Hey, y'all. How y'all been? I've been all over everywhere and just talking basketball, so it feels really natural for me to just jump right into where I'm going with this. But the All-Star break passed. I took a little vacation on the All-Star break like I was playing for the WNBA, y'all. So I actually went down to San Diego, walked in the Pride Parade, had a really good time, to be honest. So I didn't follow any of I was following on social media, but I wasn't live watching and commentating like I normally would be doing. So it was a nice, refreshing time to be away. NECA killed the game for those who don't know. Team Stewie picked NECA Ogumike from the LA Sparks, and the cards were stacked against them. It looked like the whole Aces team was going to blow them out, but they actually won. They had NECA BG. Enrique was on that team as well as Stewie. There was some other folks on there as well, but it was one of those wins that's oh, the Aces better watch out, because there was a lot of offensive power on Team Stewie that I think wasn't really forecasted for. So NECA had a great All-Star game, great All-Star weekend. And right after the All-Star break, the first game back, we got the team back together, y'all. Laisha Clarendon has been on the injured list. She tore her they tore their plantar fasciitis. So it was a time where we were missing that offensive power and somebody driving the ball in, and really, one of our best guards, and Laisha is back in the building. I had actually got a chance to talk to Laisha and Lexi in the game, post Minnesota game in the press conference. So it was really cool to be able to talk to them as well. And I'll drop some footage in there as well right here to let you see how that went.
Asia, DJ Treacy Trees, Infinity TV. A quick question about the field goal percentages. You were greatly missed while you were out in terms of the field goal percentages and three-pointers. How did you feel tonight, and what was the strategy going into the game against Minnesota when you have a strong shooter like Napheesa Collier?
We knew that Fee was going to get some shots up. Kurt told us at the beginning of the game that we either get her point total down or get her efficiency down. And I think that we did a little bit of both, but, she made that really big bucket at the end of the game. She's just a great player overall. We ended up out shooting them from the three. I think that we can still, shoot at a higher clip from the 3-point line, between me, Lay, Carly, Azare, Jordan's shooting the ball well. Zaya has, the potential to be a really good knockdown 3-point shooter. But, I think Fee didn't beat us today. That team is a great team, and they had some rookies step up big for them too.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody. See you in Dallas.
All righty.
Okay, I was wrong. Let me start off by saying I was wrong. We're going to have to run the tape back, because I said did I say on already that we got beat by Napheesa?
Yeah.
And Lexi corrected me. She said they did not get beat by Napheesa.
So
they lost this game. They came back. They were up 7 points in the fourth quarter. After seeing that second quarter, I was like, oh, it's over. It's a blowout. Then you saw the comeback and was like, whoa, they're there. They lost this game. They let one slip away, which is tough, especially with the position that
Lexi is back in the building, y'all. And I am so excited because we were missing Lexi. Lexi was having an all-star season before she went down and had this infection where she was sick and couldn't play basketball for a while. So it seemed like it was driving her crazy that she was just even being in her house and not being able to touch the ball. But for a player who had been out on injury and couldn't touch the basketball and couldn't work out and couldn't do all those things, she really came back hot with that fire. She was actually my player of the game, even though Jordan Canada was the actual player of the game for the Sparks because of the points. And of course, JC has been killing it. So I'm not taking anything away from JC because Jordan has been really pivotal in just keeping the Sparks afloat. We are on a 7-game losing streak stretch. We'll see how we play against Dallas tonight. We have beat Dallas 3 times already. So hopefully we can get the sweep, but you never know when you're playing Enrique and Satu, y'all. So I think the game is like an hour from now. I'm recording this show just to give you some context. But they're going to need to lock down Satu and Arike as much as possible if we want to win against the Dallas Wings. I would always suggest getting Satu in foul trouble early. That way you can kind of have minimize the damage on the offense there. So we should play smart, shoot well. I guarantee our field goal percentages are going to be up. But I'm excited to see how Kurt Miller plays this game, who he puts in, his rotations, who's coming off the bench today. I'm really excited. I'm heading to the Infinity TV studios to go watch the game and then handle the press conference from there. So that's something else, y'all. If you have been listening to this podcast and you want to see all of the places that I'm following this basketball team, the LA Sparks Weekly show is a show that I'm a co-host on with Michael Matthew and Fredo Cervantes on Infinity TV. The link is down in the description. Every game after the game, if it's a home game, we're on the court, we're talking to the players, we're doing things there. If it's an away game, we're at the Infinity Studios. Make sure y'all tap in there because that's really just a good show where I'm in the basketball mix and I'm discussing what happened real time after the game, before the game, in the middle of the game. It's also a lot of fun to be in crypto. I'll give you a lot of the background footage here in this show as well. But definitely follow me there. And then on Infinity TV, I also do a show on Fridays called The Breaks. That's less about sports, more about like me reacting to everything on the internet. Just 30 minutes of me unfiltered running my mouth. So that's always fun. Again, that link is down in the description. I always encourage you to follow me around everywhere that I am because you know that's why you are listening to a fan commentary podcast. You want to get the backdoor experience of what it's like. I'm a season ticket holder. I follow every single game. I'm watching all the games around the W, but also I have this awesome media experience where I get to, be in press conferences, interview some of the players. So this is a good place to keep it locked if you want some coverage for the W with a little bit of social commentary flair. Because of course, I'm not a sports journalist and I love talking about this just openly on as many shows as I can because what I do is special. I'm mostly social commentary, y'all. I'm talking shit about basketball, and I know that sounds crazy, but I'm from Chicago. I'm used to being in a basketball kind of area and just like good shot, commentating the game with friends and family. So I'm giving you a little bit of that flavor here. I'm not trying to duplicate what they doing on ESPN and then Fox and all of that. I don't want to be in no button-up shirt on the court. Hey, how you doing it? That's not my goal here. My goal is to talk shit about basketball and to entertain y'all on the internet and just for y'all to have somebody to talk shit with. So feel free to be in the comments, DM me. I love all of the talks that I'm getting on my shorts and everything. So just let's talk about basketball here, right? And going back to basketball, the All-Star break was over. I want to talk about Sabrina Ionescu. For those of y'all that don't know, she plays for the New York Liberty, and she actually won the three-point contest for this All-Star game, but also hit a WNBA record. 37 points out of 40, man. It's like Ionescu went crazy. So now people are calling for Steph versus Ionescu in a shootout. I think that would be dope to watch. So it's just a good time for women's basketball. I think the WNBA and having that spot in Vegas as well. The Las Vegas Aces has their own practice facility, and they've invested a lot of money in women's sports with a first championship for Las Vegas is a WNBA championship with the Las Vegas Aces. So even though I'm a Sparks fan, you gotta clap a little bit for things that are happening in women's sports right now. So it gives me the opportunity to talk more about it, but it also gives us the opportunity to have more of a sports experience and being excited. So following up, just finishing up this show, y'all, I want to give y'all some updates. I told y'all about the injured players that are now back in the rotation. So that means we had to say goodbye to a hardship player, and that was Destiny Henderson. Henny, if you are watching this, thank you so much for all that you have done for the Sparks. I'm hoping that we don't have any more hardship, but I'm hoping that we can call you back at some point and look at a contract because you ball out while you were in LA. You really took advantage of every single game, every single minute, and we really thank you because there were some pivotal games that you actually won for us. So Henny, that hardship is over. Thanks, LA. I follow you on social media. I saw you was in Vegas having a good time. I'm gonna follow you on YouTube. Y'all make sure y'all follow Henny on YouTube as well. Check out her vlogs and everything that she's doing and support her as much as possible. We hope for a contract, Henny. But thank you again. Carly also got signed to a team in London, so in the offseason, she'll be playing overseas. I'm not sure what kind of offseason coverage I'm gonna be doing, but I'm probably gonna follow our girls around. That would be a fun kind of experience just to keep tabs on them and let y'all know what they doing overseas. overseas and all of that. So there might be a little bit of international coverage for me. I might keep this podcast going, which I probably will. And then my brother podcast. It's funny that I'll call it that because I'm hosting it, but it's also for the I was about to say the Clippers, and that would be fucking crazy. I would never be a Clippers fan. It's just not a good experience. Anyway, it's called Lakers I Choose You. So I have 2 fan commentary podcasts. The Lakers is called Lakers I Choose You, and then for the WNBA and the Sparks, it's called The Spark. So this is where I'll be hanging out. I'm working on the membership program, as I said last time on my last show. So I'll give you more information as I get that. Finalized, because really what I want is to put all my content in one place, and for all of y'all super fans to just be able to pay something like $5 a month or something and see all of my stuff in one place, all of my podcasts, all of my videos. It is possible. I am working on it. I'm just working out some kinks. The second half of the season for the Spark Shaw, I think we have a really great chance to make a playoff run. Everybody thinks I'm crazy, but really we have a wild card team that really hasn't even been together that many games to really know their impact. Azure has been playing well when we had those injuries, but now she's like at that 4 position naturally and playing a lot better. Looking for De'Erica to step up a little bit more. I think she's had some double-double games here and there, but really some consistent play out of that 5 position is what we're really missing. Hopefully Chanae comes back. She is still out with injury, y'all. She got an MRS, so she's out for 5 to 6 more weeks. Praying for Chanae. I love the way she plays, but I really want her to be healed up and not just to come back to try to help us make a playoff run and be actually injuring herself, right? JC Jordan Canada is back. Laisha, not back. JC has been there. Laisha is going to be in the game. Lexi as well. Carly, we're not sure if she's going to be coming off the bench or starting. I like Lexi off the bench. She's kind of the wild card, but we'll see what Kurt Miller has in store for the game. Make sure y'all tune in to the game tonight, which is in like 40 minutes. I'm going to post this podcast episode, but watch the Dallas Wings game, and then I'll be on court on Tuesday for the Indiana Fever game. We're playing them back to back, so I will be at Crypto sharing that footage, but I'll check in with y'all next weekend after a crazy week of basketball. Stay tapped in. Make sure y'all talk to me on social media. If you're not following me, all my links are below, but if you are listening to this podcast and can't look at the links because you in your car or whatever, you can follow me at DJ Treacy Trees. That's DJ TRICEY on every single platform that you can find me. You can type it into Google. You can find all my stuff as well, y'all. Thanks so much for tuning in to this episode of The Spark. I'm excited for this half of the season. Thank y'all for making it this far with me. I'm going to continue to talk about the Sparks, and y'all make sure y'all tune into that game because every single viewer matters, especially as the WNBA builds. I'll talk to y'all next week, and let's go Sparks.